But what are some of the most common barriers and challenges facing women and girls in tech-related fields today? Let's ask Angela Halawi, a Women in Tech Ambassador and Business Applications Director at Microsoft UAE. Great to have you with us. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. Great to be here.
Grand, really appreciate you being with us. And I know it's a conversation that's been had for quite some time. So maybe you could just bring us up to date with where we are at the moment. Let's bring it home to the UAE. Are we doing enough at the moment to get more women into the sciences, into tech?
So look, I think the UAE is really taking on very big strides nowadays to be able to open up opportunities for females in its diversity and inclusion agenda. And of course, this affects positively, the opportunities that are being opened for women in technology. Now, if we want to go a little bit backwards to girls in STEM and university students, we see as well the UAE really investing a lot in specializations such as not only computer science, but more of data science, a little bit, and more of robotics, which is impressive. And what's more impressive is that the female representation for university students in STEM is 60 to 61%. So I think the mindset is there. And of course, this comes top bottom from the leadership, which is a great time to be in the UAE. Of course, I mean, to also, there is more room for improvement, right? We're still seeing leadership roles for women in technology. We're not where we would like to see it. I think it's more popular in public sector, in the public sector industry, less in the corporate and commercial. But of course, the UAE is going at the right pace, and it's a great time to be here.
Angela, I want to get your thoughts on this video that I was watching. It was a TED Talk about this leaky pipe. Basically, they studied men and women for years, and it starts out with lots of women, more women studying STEM-related courses. And then down the line, the men start growing, rising in their careers, and women start to drop off. So this was done around the early 2000s. Do you think this is still the case? And if yes, what barriers are there that are preventing more women to enter and grow in STEM-related fields?
So look, I think the first one is about what we call the unconscious bias, where when managers want to recruit or HR teams want to recruit in technology, to a certain extent, we still find a mentality that says, we're not looking for a female to do the job. And by all means, I'm all for recruiting the right person for the role, okay? But what we are talking about today is how do we support the representation of females who are competent and who have the potential, but at the same time, they're not being given the right opportunity. So here, one of the barriers is that, of course, we want that to be part normally of the recruitment and HR process to give an equal chance for females and males to come in and interview for a certain role or a certain, for example, task or being a team lead and so and so. And then the best one for the role would take it. This is one. The second thing I would want to touch on is role modeling. And by role modeling, I don't mean that a female leader would only role model for other females, but it's also about those men allies, in the industry. So basically for each and every man, thinking about intentionally how I can support other females in there. And the last thing I would say, the barriers I would say on mentorship. We're not seeing a lot of mentoring and mentorship opportunities, although we see a lot of communities out there, but in terms of mentoring and being able to support others with their, let's say, limiting beliefs or with their skilling or how they can climb the corporate ladder in tech, I think we can use a little bit more of that.
Yes, I agree. So, but I'd like to know more solutions, Angela. Like, how do we entice women to actually get into the industry? Are there any particular trends that you see there's an upward trajectory that women are going into that they really see and want to be involved in the tech industry? Because I think that's what it is, right? We need to entice females into this industry.
Look, that's a very interesting question, which I also try to be very self-critical on. We find ourselves very busy in our day-to-day lives, but there are some things that we are responsible to do. One of them, for example, is networking and building relationships. We need to be able to build our network. I think this is something that I would encourage each and every, let's say, woman in technology to be able to be intentional about the network that she is building. And it's not about who I know, it's about who knows me. So how do I build a lasting impression with a customer or with a senior manager or with a GM or with, with a colleague? So that networking and building a strong relationship with others also reflects my brand, right? So I think this is all interconnected, and I encourage each and everyone to really be very intentional on this. The second thing I would say is to own your internal narrative. So a lot of times, I'm sure it's been a difficult journey for everyone, for everybody, and each journey is different from the other. However, go back and say what I can do differently to enhance my brand, to enhance my skills, how I can take advantage of a learning experience. So I own this, and during the career, I believe that we don't always get what we want, at least from my side. So making sure that I have the right attitude as well, and how I show up when I don't get what I want, and take it as a learning, fail fast and pick up fast. These are all things that are very important that we should be very intentional about. So maybe in a nutshell, this is what I think.
This is brilliant. Thank you for all of your insights, and you're our guest co-host for tonight, so you're going to be with us.
Thank you.
And involving yourself in all of the conversations with our other guests as well. So thank you.
Looking forward to it, and thank you very much.
Wonderful. We're going to take a quick break, but when we get back, we'll be chatting to one lucky lady from the UAE Space Agency who got the chance to work on a mission that will increase humanity's understanding of the planetary science. So stay tuned for that. And of course, we have music, so let's find out who that is.
Hi, this is Carrie Sterling. Make sure you stay tuned to the end of the show and you'll see me performing my very own original song, Write It Out.